guess it wouldn't be a Hermina album without at least one epic song. Although I'm sure some people are going to complain we didn't get any over the 10-minute mark, but in Technicolor comes pretty close. It's like 9 minutes 40 or something like that. The beginning part with all the Lydian music box stuff, I remember Jess and I writing that together, and the opening part, all the chords there, just was like both of us on the keyboard working out some chord shapes and some bass notes there. And we got the chorus part together as well that Jess sings, the chords flat worked out in one evening. And then I pretty much went ham with it. No joke, yeah, I went to town on that track. I felt like we needed one of those long form songs to explore all the different moods, and there's not a hell of a lot of repeated sections, and within the sections there's not even a lot of repeated motifs. It's quite a lot to remember. But I think it is that hymnal journey that we have done on other tracks before, like Down Will Come Baby or I. It's this album's version of that, and I think that considering most of the other songs are in that 3 to 5.5 minute range, the album did use having that longer song there. Not something we would normally do by having that big long acoustic coda at the end where the final chorus of the song is that drawn out acoustic piece with a little bit of the Crosby, Stills and Nash thrown in there. I really, really love some of the 80s elements we were able to integrate into it. There's a bit of tongue-in-cheek Stranger Things synth arpeggiators going on in that one, and probably my favourite guitar solo that I played on the album. And there's a vocal section towards the end with Mitch and Jess and I singing together, and that's one of those, goosebump moments for me. It's really, sometimes you listen to anything, like I'm really proud that we were able to make that. That is something special there, and it's something uplifting in a new way for Hermina that we haven't done before. I find myself and the rest of the guys were really drawn towards, writing that uplifting stuff now. Not quite as dark. There's a lot of dark elements, especially lyrically, but we try and pepper it with some of that, that uplifting, feel-good thing. And I think that's probably something to do with age and a certain point in life we're at now. But I think people can expect a bit of the blend of the darkness and that uplifting vibe on future Hermina releases too. Flicker it's a strange song. It's a very weird song in terms of the structure. Once again, kind of like in Technicolor, not a lot of repeated sections, while there is that chorus that kind of holds it together in a couple of spots. Features some really powerful vocals from Mitch and some really sweet vocals from Jess, which for me really add to it. And I would say that the ending part of the track would have to be the best vocals I think I've delivered on a song, and it just so happens to be that it fades us off at the end of the album. It's a strange way to spend 6 minutes, Flicker, but I'm very proud of it, and I think the rest of the guys in the band are really proud of it as well. A lot of weird time signatures that kind of feel straight, which is a cool thing to have for me. I don't really like changing time signatures every bar, it feels really jarring. There's a lot of 5/8 and a lot of 5/4 in the song, with the chorus being in 5/4, which is cool, and it doesn't feel that odd, at least to me. Maybe other people out there might think differently. The ending part with the groovy riff there, and that's kind of just rocking out funkily, that's awesome, with Mitch's harmony solo he has there. Mitch wrote this elaborate guitar part there with the keyboard harmony, which is a big thing we have there. Me not being a really great keyboard player, that was a real challenge to learn to harmonize that whole solo he did. But I think it turned out good in the end. It has, dare I say it, a little bit of like a Seeker kind of vibe to it. I get severe Sonic the Hedgehog vibes from that, but I think I try and find Sonic the Hedgehog in most things. It was a cool way to finish off the album, a shorter track than we did last time. I think you guys will agree that Night Echoes is quite different to our previous albums, but there's a lot of those common elements in there, and I don't think it's too much of a stretch for Hermina fans. If you can handle a little bit of pop, a little bit of prog, and sneaking of gospel, you'll appreciate a lot of the other Hermina ingredients that have been there all along. Night Echoes is no different.